Hey. We're going to switch it up. Yeah, for people watching. Welcome, peace. This is the Impact Radio Show presented by the Florida Star. I'm your girl, Vanessa, doing Talk Davis, sitting in with
Reverend CJ, you're an African gentleman. How everybody doing?
You guys got to check him out on live. He got the all white on.
Yes.
And the kente cap.
Yes, because I'm already in the spirit of Juneteenth. I am not going to wait till the 17th to be ready for the 19th.
Celebrate?
No.
Well, if you've been in the Dollar Tree, you can go ahead and get your celebration started. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, I finally saw that. Yeah. So we don't have to use recycled Christmas decorations no more.
I would just go in there. I would go in there and get a red pack, get a black pack, get a green pack. But before we go too far, you got to do business with one of the oldest Black-owned media companies in Northeast Florida. It's important now more than ever to have independent media sources. We have a really big breaking news story that's happening in Jacksonville today. And I implore you to take a look at how different sources of news cover it. And that'll kind of inform you on, possibly who's getting paid and how they're getting paid and
what's going on.
But the Florida Star is an independent media source. So now more than ever, it's important for people too.
Yeah, speaking of, there's a couple things going on. Got my, eyebrows, perked up.
All right, before we get too far, thefloridastar.com. 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 All right, go ahead, babe.
Yeah, so the great thing about being an independent newspaper is that you can, really choose to be unbiased and you call things right down the middle. Sometimes we play biases, but like I'm laughing at how the CNN CEO got fired for pretty much trying to create a unbiased situation at CNN, and the highest rated thing he got was the town hall meeting, and basically got fired for the highest ratings program that he had on there. So yeah, independent news is great, so you don't have to worry about it being influenced and corrupted. You want a news source that's going to give you the truth.
Yeah, well, at least when there's money involved and things like that. The source of the funding usually kind of tells you how things are run, and you want an independent. You want the fourth estate, which is the journalists, to have space to tell the stories as they see fit.
Facts.
Which usually involves more facts than fiction, involves sources and things of that nature.
Yes.
Anyway, man, happy Thursday Eve. We made it.
Yes.
In so many different ways.
We were out at Art Walk as vendors yesterday, letting everybody know that you can go ahead and get not just Juneteenth ready, but hey, you are looking for a unique look for your, for Father's Day. Hit up your African gentleman. Don't send that man with the same Easter suit back to the Father's Day cookout.
Matter of fact, if you are one of those people who just buys kind of like the same gift over and over again, you can get like an African print tie or an African print bow tie or like a little hat,
Laptop bags. Leather duffel bags.
Try something different. You know, you can get them something simple, but you know, you can definitely go by African Gentleman and see what he's got available. It's a little bit different.
A little bit different. I put it like this: won't nobody else look like you? You will be the only one walking down the street looking like you, and that's why I do what I do.
Look at during the day, or any parents that are still trying to figure out things to do. Last week, if you look at our show to take advantage of during the summer, especially there's something called summer break spot. And if you see one of those signs, that means that if you have children with you in between school age, that they can go in there and get some food. Now, there may be some times allotted for that, but that is what the summer break spot means, and it's pretty.
Yes, and if you are getting those do all kind of school calls and not realizing, wondering why they calling my phone and school is out, is because the schools and do all kind of are keeping you abreast on. There's a food drive actually going on this Saturday that I got an announcement from Highlands Middle. So yeah, and see those Duval kind of thing. I promise you, they're not asking you to bring the kids back early. But
even if they were,
though, I would take them.
That's nothing wrong with that. Education.
But they're doing their part of letting you guys know that what's going on, what you can take advantage of. And if you could do us a favor tonight, if there is something to your knowledge and not to ours that that is going on free for the community with kids, call us up, let us know, help us out as well as everybody else listening to the Impact Radio Show.
Right. You guys know the number 904-766-3401, or you can find us on the YouTubes, the Facebooks, at Do and Talk, or at African_Gentleman 13.
I'm thinking about
a Black Planet.
You think about a Black Planet?
But on that note, when we get back, you want to get into your moment?
Yes, I'll go ahead and get into your impactful moment
and
when
then
we come back.
We will definitely run down some events that you don't want to miss. Stay tuned after these messages.
Hey, everybody, it is WCGL here with your impactful moment, brought to you by Kingdom Builders, Group Initiative. And hey, if you're wondering what exactly is Kingdom Builders Group Initiative, we are trying to build the community into a church versus putting another steeple up in Jacksonville. Y'all live here with me. Y'all know, y'all see there is a church every 50 feet. So
basically,
what we are trying to do is to become the middleman between the unchurched, even the more, and the church. You actually get the church back out in the community, as well as provide unique worship services, ourselves in ways that the early church did it, to step away from the corporate model and get into what the kingdom looks like according to the scriptures. But the thing that has really been impacting my mind is
what, CJ?
The fact that when Jesus was sitting down, he likely used a lot of metaphors to or even illustrations to talk to the people of the day. He used parables, of harvesting and farming, because he was talking to farmers. He used terms like casting your cares, because majority of the disciples were fishermen. He relayed those things. And so doing a look into the parables, the one that stuck out to me is the fact that the harvest is great, but the laborers are few.
Woo.
Have you ever had that person in your family? And I do currently in my mom's house right now. When they say I'm looking for work, I need to get, to get the bring some income in. I need to generate me some funds, and I'm trying to be independent. I'm tired of depending on anybody. And you be like, oh, okay, here's some work, and then they give you every excuse on the planet as to why they should do work.
If your ears is itching, this is you.
This is you. But ain't it amazing? It's like, man, people get so excited about the labor that is out there, whether that's being in community, whether that's being an entrepreneur, whether that's helping out your neighbor or doing better in their family. But it's like when you actually get to the work part, it's like, hey man, I need the motivation to go, go to lose weight. You know what I mean? But when it comes to actually doing something other than just paying that monthly gym plan and just watching it come out of your account every month, and you actually have to sign up for a trainer and stick to a meal plan.
It's been 6 months, y'all.
It's been, you know what I mean? It's 6 months and you still get to your New Year's resolutions that y'all made at watch night. What is it that has to motivate the laborers to get to the harvest? I think the scripture sometimes, give us a pre-motivation at the fact that there is going to be a harvest. But in order to get to a harvest, you normally have to labor in the field.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
You normally have to go out there and till the ground, break the ground, irrigate, plant really the seed. Expensive. It's really expensive, and it's going to cost you more. Yeah. Sometimes the cost is more than what the reward is immediately. Sometimes you got to phase it out, because if you jump into the labor and all you got on your mind is the harvest, you're going to be resentful to the process.
Yeah.
So it's like when you out there doing ministry, you out there taking all of the no's and why we ain't coming to Jesus personal, when the book, if you read it, tells you that you're going to be hated without a cause. This is the word. They're kind of not tuned into our message.
Wow.
And that is the planting. That is the breaking the ground. That is the putting the seeds in the ground, knowing that you're not out there trying to win souls by your own charisma and everything else that you got going on, that you are out there still having faith that the Holy Spirit is breaking hearts, even though it may feel hard, going out there having those slow days, you put up together, your 5-year, 10-year plan, but not realizing that in that 5 and 10-year plan, there were going to be some slow days. There were going to be some days when cash apps start tinging, few and far in between. There are going to start being some days when the prep work and the not so pretty stuff, it's a part of the business, and it ain't just making the profits. Y'all, it looked like I be having fun on social media. Social media is probably the thing that stresses me out the most about being an entrepreneur, because it's a necessary evil. I'd much rather be out there knocking on doors with flyers in my hand and, saying, hey, what's up? I'm new, in the community. I'm the only African vendor for men, or hey, we out here trying to do something unique in the community that look more like church. I'd rather be knocking on doors, but because y'all walk right past me with your phones up to your face and don't speak, I gotta be on social media.
My ears are itching.
You know what I mean? It's all planting the seeds, irrigating the ground, and putting it in there. And what happens is we get so excited about the harvest that we forget that there is labor. The harvest is great. The people is out there. Yeah. The money is out there. The opportunities are out there. But we gotta be motivated to commit to the labor.
If you just take my course, it's $5,000, and you're gonna be a millionaire. You're gonna get this yacht. You gonna get this. That's not how it works.
It's not.
That's never how it ever works.
It never ever works. And as a person who's done like all of the pyramids and the upside down triangles,
they said it wasn't a triangle. It's just an upside down. No, they said it's not a pyramid.
It's an upside down triangle. They're putting you first.
You're going to carry the load. That's
you
what
are.
It look like.
Yeah. They're trying to find a way for the crap to flow, up instead of down. But even the thing that usually kill it, because they'll bring in some washed up musician or some, guy who could have went state if he didn't blow out his knee to come in there to tell you that you too can sell insurance and you too can take these knives and get your financial security back.
The knives, that really.
But it's usually when they hit you with what you got to do. Like, yeah, this guy earned $3,000, but they didn't tell you that he was making 3,000 calls a day, that he was hearing no, all those times, or everything, that all his friends basically blocked him on social media because every time he goes in, hey, I have a great opportunity for you, and block.
I'm guilty.
You know what I mean? So it's like we gotta find those things that are gonna motivate us to do the labor to get to the harvest, because the harvest is out there. Getting the harvest, however, ain't for everybody. So if you are that person that is looking for a crop, remember, on your hardest day, the reason why you are here today is because you didn't give up on your hardest day.
That's right.
And there are going to be some more hard days ahead of you, but think about it. If you don't give up on that day, you will be even farther than you are today. Because Lord knows, walking with the Lord doesn't mean it's not some hard days. But walking with the Lord, I can do it because I'm walking with the Lord. If I'm walking with somebody else, I might not finish the journey, but because I know I'm walking with the Lord, it makes the hard days worth walking through. So if I can impact you this Thursday, the harvest is great. The laborers are few. And you know what the biggest benefit to there being a great harvest and few laborers? That anytime you decide to get to work, there's plenty of work for you to do. You ain't got to worry about the work being hauled up and trying to figure out how you can get and where to finish, because the harvest is great.
Yeah.
And the laborers are few. So even when you decide to get on the labor board, the labor is still going to be out there, and the harvest is still going to be plentiful.
Amen. Look at that. Wow, what a wonderful message. What a different take on that message, because I've heard it preached several different ways. And you know what? There is always work to do. If you lived at my mama's house,
you got time to lean.
What?
Time to clean.
What? There's always something to do. You thought you was done, get them baseboards. Ain't nobody looking at the baseboards when you walk into somebody's house, but apparently you got to get them baseboards, right? There's always something to do. And when we get back from this break, I'm noticing some of the links that we are sharing are not working. So please give me until next week, Thursday, to make sure those are correct. And we will be on and popping with some events and little follow-up with some of those news stories that we're talking about.
Yes, because I know you've been itching to get in to one particular story. So we're going to jump into that. And
it's a doozy.
Our rundown.
It's a doozy. You don't want to miss it. See you after this break. Sorry. Boom, boom, boom. Welcome back to the Impact Radio Show, presented by the. No.
No.
Okay.
We definitely gonna get a new jingle written though. We definitely gonna get one written.
Presented by the Florida Star. You shut it down. That's all right.
Mm-hmm.
It's Thursday, y'all. We made it. Friday Eve. So blessed to be here. So thankful that you're here with us. Once again, before we go too far into it, we want to remind you guys to do business with the Florida Star. You've heard the commercials. Go ahead and call that number if you prefer to get it delivered to your house. But most of us like it in the inbox. It's just like $80. You get it every week. Get your little rundown. Go straight to your inbox, your digital, inbox, which is your email, and you get all the news you need from independent news source. TheFloridaStar.com, FloridaStar.com, TheFloridaStar.com. That link works, y'all. Sorry, I'm being a little silly.
A little bit.
It's the first week with the full time with the kids out of summer break.
Listen, and the Lord about to bless us with a little bit of a reprieve because, as you know, Juneteenth is very, very popular with us. Are you going to get into the events?
Yeah, we can start there. Okay. We got some Juneteenthies coming up. That is a Juneteenth celebration out in St. Augustine the entire weekend from the 17th. But the big celebration will be on the 19th in Lincolnville area off of MLK out there. This is St. Augustine. I know there's MLK everywhere. I'm talking about St. Augustine, MLK.
Yo, we did not see an MLK in Miami.
I don't think we went around. We were on the touristy side.
Okay.
We didn't go where. We didn't go over those railroad tracks.
We did not.
But in the MLK and Lincolnville area, they're going to have a nice celebration on that Monday. So everybody's off Monday. Come on down to St. Augustine Monday. You already know Melanin Market is happening out in Duval County. Shout out to Don and the crew. They are planning to have
family will be there.
A whole bunch of people out there.
And African gentlemen.
As usual. Hope to see you out there ready to spend, ready to support, circle them black dollars back into the economy.
Don't forget to stop by the Rich's Playground. It's going to be a little mini fashion show going on
Sunday.
And we just got that shipment in from Ghana, so you guys get to see some brand new African gentlemen. Right before we got to the show, that DHL bag popped up. So straight from Ghana. Yay. Some new looks are coming in. It is Hoochie Daddy short season. I can say that on WCGL, right? So yes, your Hoochie Daddy shorts are here.
It's hot outside.
It's hot outside. Yeah.
It was hot today, so everybody know that this is Florida. The Ritz also has the Juneteenth celebration and the Miss Juneteenth pageant presented by the Martin Luther King Jr. Foundation. Out here, the same people put on the parade. So if you would love to see lovely little girls be Miss Juneteenth, check out the Ritz Theater. There's actually a Juneteenth rodeo this Saturday for $25 a person. That's by the Black Rodeo Association.
The country boy in me is like really wanting to.
I met a young lady this weekend. She's doing a whole woman's expo. It's called Whole You. It's going to be at EWU. If you don't know, Drive Up Kings. And guess what? Free childcare.
Hey.
From 12 to 5. It's a free women's expo for you, free for you to attend. Go and learn about the whole you.
Even if you just go to let somebody else watch your kids, you might end up enjoying yourself.
It's a village. It take a village. My nephew was on Jacksonville Country Day School's Instagram today, so check that out. Yes. And he said his favorite player is Tyreek Hill, and Tyreek Hill is doing a youth football camp in Jacksonville on Saturday. I'm not going to tell you how much it costs, but I'm going to let you know it has a good cost. So if you love them babies,
yes,
go ahead and pay that good little cost for them to go meet Tyreek Hill.
Right. And if you're looking for something to do this particular Saturday, it is a dope brunch and bingo going on at Jazz's Restaurant and Lounge Saturday, starting at 12 p.m. That look like it could definitely be fun.
Mm-hmm.
This Saturday, Juneteenth, House of Soul what's going on at Being Sun Out Gallery. That was very interesting for everybody who's looking for the cultural stuff.
I'm gonna throw in the Potter's House on Sunday. They have a homecoming concert.
Yes,
that you might want to go check out.
Please do that.
6:30 in the evening.
And it's been a while since I heard Miss Kira go at it too. Yeah. So that sounds like it could.
You got anything else you want to throw?
Israel Hooten gonna be at that thing too. It's gonna be going at it. It's this Saturday. Gospel Fest is happening at One Lord, One Faith, and One Baptism Outreach Ministries. I remember them doing this last year, and it was pretty fun. So definitely go, and check them out.
Hey, let's talk about the news because I just can't wait. Y'all, first of all, a Black woman in Ocala got shot in her doorway by her white neighbor, and there was some issues happening there. So prayers are sending for the children who had to see their mama get shot by a white neighbor, and this woman has still not been arrested. Secondly, a Black man died in jail in Duval County. He had made mention that he had severe medical issues since the time of the arrest, that he needed to be constantly on medication because he just got a heart, and he died in custody at Duval. Now, the plot thickens because, first of all, we are subcontracted out the healthcare in the jail system. So one of those subcontractors was lobbied to get the no bid contract, and those of you who know what I'm talking about,
$90 million contract,
know that makes no sense. That there was no other bid; they just got it off rip.
90
no bid contracts was lobbied by Tony Baselli,
number 71 Hall of Fame.
And also in this business, our Councilman Ron Salem's name, current, I believe he's a vice president of the city council, and he is running to be the president of the city council. So that is one of a position of two very powerful positions. Currently is held by Terrence, I believe, Republican named Terrence. And that broke this morning. And first of all, prayers to the family who lost a loved one that didn't need to happen. Prayers to the family whose heart was in this man, who maybe felt like there could have been some great things happening there, and prayers to who didn't get the heart, that this recent heart transplant was just kind of wasted.
Because of somebody's negligence. And the thing about it is that I've seen so many videos of people being treated unfair in custody. These people got to know that just because, you may be infraction of whatever law that may have been broken at that time, that still does not give you the right to treat them less of a human being. So stop dehumanizing us so you can treat us in the kind of way.
Guys, I know this was a sad note to end your Impact Radio show on, but you won't get independent, strong media from anywhere else. Please tune in next week, Thursday, for whatever antics we have at that time.
And it will be antics.
It will be antics. But we're so grateful to our writers and our producers, and especially to you for listening tonight. Happy Friday Eve. Y'all stay safe. Now back to your
regular scheduled gospel music.
Hey.
You was laughing at me when I was singing along.
I was laughing when they were singing along to what?
Clean up what I messed up at Canton. I'm an old church, but don't do me like that.
Oh, Lord.
He's starting to sound more and more like professionals.
I know, today really flowed.
Yeah.